Okay, so I've come across a video on YouTube by a man who is not a Christian. In fact, he doesn't identify himself as being part of any religious movement, but he is a man who is into spiritual things. He's into things like Reiki. He's into what I would term as a Christian as being New Age practices or alternative spiritualities. So I've got quite a bit of disagreement with this guy, in a number of areas. But what I find fascinating about this video of his that I've come across in looking at this whole area of the dangers of the Ouija board is the fact that even this guy has a video up warning people about the horrific dangers of the Ouija board. So I've already put a video up just to explain that even non-Christians have some real concerns about this device. And this just further clarifies that video really. I'm just going to put some clips up of what this guy says, and I've promised I'll put a link up to the original there. As I say, I don't agree with everything he says, but I think that makes it all the more powerful really, the very fact that we have so much areas of disagreement, but we are in agreement in this area. So it's not just Christians, fundamentalist Christians who are saying this, or Christian propagandists. It is non-Christians as well, people who are into other spiritualities. Even they are warning against the dangers of this horrendous device. So I'm just going to play a few clips and make some comments here and there where necessary, and enjoy. He's someone who is speaking from experience by the looks of it. He's someone who knows what he's talking about, and I just want to reiterate his warning in this area. Do not play with the Ouija board. You are playing with fire. It is an evil device. It is a dangerous device. You can lose your mind. You can lose your sanity. You can lose your soul playing this device. So listen to what this guy says. Listen to his warnings and heed his advice.
Yet again today, I find myself trying to help somebody that in America, they sell the Ouija board in game shops. Do you believe it?
I think what he might possibly have in mind here when he speaks about these things being sold in game shops is possibly this beautiful Barbie pink coloured one here that is specifically aimed at young girls ages 8 and up. And for the boys, what about a glow-in-the-dark Ouija board?
The thing is, black arts, it is evil. And you conjure up demons of a sort. Evil spirit, lost souls, they'll all be attracted to you if you play the Ouija board, because it's calling upon them, and the thing you do is open yourself up for absolutely any spirit whatsoever to come to you, because you say, is there anybody out there? And every negative spirit that wants to find somebody who's attracted to you instantaneously will come directly to you because you've called them.
Now in this next clip I have a little bit of a disagreement with the guy, because he talks about people that use the Ouija board, they feel that they can protect themselves, they're experienced in using it. Now I disagree with that. As a Christian, obviously, I believe that full stop, there's no safe way to use the Ouija board because it's dangerous, that there's no good spirits other than the Holy Spirit and God's angels, and even the angels are not to be contacted according to the Bible. But what I do find interesting is that this guy, even though he believes there is a safe way to use the Ouija board, he puts a massive qualification on that, a massive warning, basically saying that even if you are one of these people who believes that they are experienced and can protect themselves, it is still extremely, extremely dangerous.
And there are those that do play the Ouija board that know how to protect themselves correctly, but not many. And they can find good spirits because they invoke only good spirits should come. But even if you do not know what you're doing, then you are tampering with the devil. And that's the truth, because you will get the devil most likely. And this young lady is frightened to death. And this spirit has threatened her, if she dare talk to her friend ever again, they're going to come back and haunt her for the rest of her life. And she is scared witless, and she's been asking me how she can get rid of it, how she can protect herself, how she can... Once you start it, it's very difficult to stop and get rid of that spirit. They become attachments, and they will follow you round and they will haunt you for the rest of your life most likely. So you are stupid if you play that game. Even if you are a protected medium, you can still draw very negative spirit. And she is scared witless, and fear, she's in great fear. And fear just makes them 5 times more powerful and 5 times more hold over you. If you do fear them, and you do what they tell you to do, that they will just come back and make even more and more and more demands upon you until you are completely controlled by them. And in the end, you'll probably end up being possessed by that spirit. They actually get such a hold over you because they have you in such a weakened state. They'll be able to take control of your mind and your body, and you will be like a passenger in a car crash. You really will. So if you play the Ouija board, you're a complete fool, whether you are experienced or not, because it is the occult dark arts. And that's the truth. And if you've got one and you've played it, I suggest you take it out into the garden, burn it instantaneously, because that does help to break the connection. But once you've made that connection, then you've done that at your own risk, and the consequences are yours. So I don't recommend you do play it myself, and there's very little that can be done to really help you, apart from telling you how to try to protect yourself and close your chakra down. That's it. So I'm sorry, you know, I'd like to do everything I can to make it public. That is a dangerous thing to do, to mess with the devil, basically. And you know, there's no real devil, but there's plenty of devilish spirit around, so don't do it. That's my recommendation. So thank you for listening. Bye bye.
So there you have it. Obviously, again, some little point of disagreement there with the guy. He doesn't believe in a devil, a personal devil, whereas I, as a Christian, you know, would hold to the biblical view that the Bible does speak of a personal devil. Jesus spoke about a devil, he spoke to the devil. But he does believe in demons and evil spirits, or devilish spirits, to quote him. He talks about ways of protecting yourself there. Now, as a Christian, my suggestion would be to protect yourself by turning to Christ. If we look to him, if we use his name, they have to bend the knee, they have to submit to his lordship and authority. So if you've messed with this device, I'm speaking from the point of Christianity here now, then turn to Christ and use the name of Jesus Christ, and the spirits will flee. But don't get involved with the Ouija board. It is an extremely dangerous device. You've heard it from a Christian point of view, and you've heard it from the point of view from someone who is not a Christian, who is into alternative spiritualities. So we're both saying the same thing. There must be a reason for that. Don't mess with the Ouija board. It is an evil, dangerous device.